seatbelts might be coming to school buses in Manitoba. I may have just changed Manitoba law. I remember a little while ago where I said if I could change laws in my area, these are the ones I would. I decided instead of just talking a big game, that I would actually do something about it. Oh, I met with our local conservative representative, Amy Wasco, who happens to be the interim leader of the PC party here in Manitoba. As quickly as Monday, he's going to bring a lot of my suggestions to government, including seatbelts on school buses. Also brought forward some things that are significantly less controversial. Really shouldn't be hard to get bipartisan support in the government. Is it bipartisan if we have 3 parties? Specifically that if school buses are stopped near another school bus unloading or loading, it is illegal for me here in Manitoba to throw on my reds unless I am actively unloading or loading students. So that means that my school bus could be blocking another school bus's reds because they're actively unloading or loading, but I can't warn the cars behind me. I suggest that we take a law very similar to what they have in Wisconsin. Good job, Wisconsin. I also suggested steeper penalties for passing our reds, being logical about it as well. I suggested a tiered approach. I get mistakes happen. Do I get pissed off when those mistakes happen? Yes. Do they put children's lives at risk? Yes. It's those repeat offenders who do it over and over and over. Really need to be hit hard in those pocketbooks. So for example, first offense, let's even make it lower than what it is here in Manitoba. Let's go with $400. Second offense, let's make it $1,000. For the third offense, let's go higher. Maybe $5,000, $10,000. Because if you do it 3 times, you're doing it on purpose now. Manitoba also has a really weird law when it comes to our hazards. Like everyone's hazards. Only time you're supposed to use them is if you're going under 40 kilometers an hour. What? Makes absolutely no sense, especially on highways. I want to know far back that vehicle might be going slower than I'm expecting they are. But if they're going 40 on a highway, I have a lot of questions. Particular law doesn't seem to be something that is enforced, but it's still on the books. I want to know if that vehicle ahead of me on the highway is going 80 so that I have a chance to know that there is in fact maybe a hazard coming up. I also told him that the laws need to be significantly clearer on if an emergency vehicle is allowed to pass our reds. Because I have asked the police, the firefighters, and also the EMS here in my area, and I got 3 different answers. Gotta say it's kind of impressive given that it's a yes or no question. We got yes, no, and depends. The last one, which will piss off a lot of parents, is that if there is a clear drop-off area at your school for parent drop-off, you cannot legally drop them off anywhere else around that school. The amount of children I hit on a weekly basis is kind of extraordinary. Because if they come up from my side, that crossing arm isn't in their way. So generally, they're crossing right by my bumper, and then going diagonal to get around my crossing bar. And they're itty bitty tiny, so I can't really see them. Jody, you should just be paying more attention. Okay, I can see your point. Just like mistakes can be made passing our reds, mistakes can be made while driving a school bus. Just look what happened in Steinbach.